The Chicago Bears are enjoying sitting at the top of the NFC right now, and Ben Johnson and Cole Kmet both have messages that are going to pump the brakes a little bit on the celebration quite yet. In a good way, though. The number one seed, 9 wins in our last 10 games, and this team is right now making the whole entire league pay attention. Lance Briggs said it best. The Bears can flex on any team right now in the NFL, and they have proved to do so. We're going to talk a little bit about that, plus Ben Johnson, how he's keeping his players locked in. We're going to break down everything in the NFC playoff picture and more right after this.
You are now tuned in to Chicago Bears Central, your number one place for all Chicago Bears news and content.
What's going on, Bears fans? Welcome to another episode of Chicago Bears Central, your number one spot for everything Chicago Bears related. I'm the host there, Haize, but more importantly, you guys can follow the channel at Chi Bears Central on every social media platform we happen to be on. With that said, let's go ahead and get into this content for today, y'all. And Lance Briggs, the Bears legend, talked a little bit about this team after the Eagles' victory, and he said this. Them exerting their will against the Eagles, you can see there's a level of talent that the Bears have top to bottom. What I see, there's a level of talent that the Bears have that we haven't seen before. All the stuff we've said about Ryan Poles, and you add in the coaching with the talent, this team can flex on anyone now. At this point, that's what they're showing. Now, here's the thing. The Chicago Bears have a great record. Let's make no mistake about it. And I love hearing that Lance Briggs is very excited about this team. Hell, I did it yesterday where I predicted the Bears record the rest of the way, and I have them losing one game the rest of the way, right? But, and that's great. But the true way to flex is sustain ability, right? Sustain winning. And the Bears are having a great season this year. And for Bears fans, it's cathartic, right? Because we've dealt with stuff so long where this team has shown some flashes and then come crashing back down to earth, like last season, right? Or it's just straight up seasons where we just struggle the whole year. And so now the Bears sitting at the top of the NFC, it feels really good for Bears fans to sit in this place right now because you haven't gotten to feel like this often. And that's great. Nobody expected the Bears to have this level of success this early. Matter of fact, many of you guys in the comments, and I don't know if they'll admit it now, I could pull the receipts, but I'm not being petty today. We're just talking football. But many of you guys were like, oh, the Bears are going to win 5 games this season. I saw you guys. I saved the comments, right? That people said that the first year head coach, you did it. You've set your rebuild back. There's no way you're going to do X, Y, Z. Like there was a lot of that this season around the Chicago Bears, and to some degree, I understand some of it. Don't agree with all of it, but I can say I understand some of that, right? But this team right now is showing that. What did I say before? They're finding ways to survive these games, and even then, that may be a little bit undercutting them some. But now, what you can build off of this is now you can take the season that you've survived, your gauntlet, you've survived this record, you've survived those type of things. The next season, that's where the Bears can really thrive at. But we'll get to that when we get to that, right? I just want to be clear here. This team hasn't accomplished anything quite yet. And that's that's where I love about Ben Johnson. Ben Johnson was asked about this team being number one in the NFC, and this was the direct quote from him. Doesn't mean anything. There's 5 games left. We've got a long way to go. We have not been guaranteed a spot in the tournament yet. We have to earn that right. And the only way you can earn that right is finding ways to win the next game. That's where our sole focus is. And that's the right thing that the Bears have. They have 1 game on their record left against a team that doesn't have a winning record. That's the Cleveland Browns. We got 2 games against the Packers, a game against the Lions, a game against the San Francisco 49ers. So the Bears, and that's the right message from Ben Johnson. I know fans don't like to hear it because, again, as fans, we can celebrate these things. We can celebrate these moments. But as players, the job ain't done yet. And I think that's an overarching thing here that I want everybody to remember. We still have not yet accomplished shit. And I don't say that to shit on the team. I love where this team is. I love and appreciate the fact that we're winning football games. I am right there with everybody. I'm so happy where we are as a squad right now. Make no mistake about that at all. But it's not just because the Packers are coming up this week or anything like that. It's that you have to remember that it's fine to celebrate getting there, but how often can you get there, right? And the Bears, for what it's worth, haven't done anything yet. Let's not act like it hasn't. We haven't had collapses worse. Like If the Bears lose the next 5 games, have we seen worse collapses with the Bears? Absolutely, right? So I love that Ben Johnson has the right mindset of, listen, this is great, but we ain't done nothing yet. We're not there yet. We haven't been guaranteed anything yet. And while I love celebrating, I love being able to look down at the cheeseheads. I love everything about where the Bears are right now. Make no mistake about it, but we haven't done anything yet. And I know that's not the popular thing to say or the popular thing to hear, amongst fans when fans want to celebrate their team winning football games. That's great, but it's not done. It'd be different if we were 1 week left in the season or something like that. We have not accomplished jack shit yet. And this team has to continue to go out there and prove the best is yet to be seen for them. And I really do believe that. And I think that's the part that gives me so much pride in this team. Like, we haven't seen the best of this defense yet. Dennis Allen just got 2 of his key weapons back. The linebackers are still out, right? And so we haven't seen the best of what this defense can do yet. I don't think we've seen the best of what this offense can do yet because, of reasons, right? Like, so the fact of that matter is about the continual discovery and continue finding the motivation to get over obstacles. This Bears team still needs to treat every game like it's a win or go home scenario, every game over the remainder of the season. You got your Bears fans that think we're going to win out. You got your Bears fans that think we're going to lose out. You got your Bears fans that sit somewhere in the middle and just saying, I just want to see us get to the playoffs. And I can't blame anywhere you are, anywhere of that spectrum, but I want to be clear here with the message with this. Let's celebrate. Let's appreciate, not celebrate. Let's appreciate where we are right now. Let's appreciate the work that it took to get to the place that we are right now, because it did take work to get there. It just did, right? But the job ain't done yet. We can't act like we've accomplished shit yet. We haven't. We got a team coming up this upcoming Sunday in the Green Bay Packers that, while the Bears are on a 5-game winning streak, which is fine and dandy, they're on a 3-game winning streak as well. The Bears have a point differential of +6 overall in the season. That shows how tight the margin is. For example, the Packers, a team that have a better record than, and the Detroit Lions, for that matter, who we are 2 games better than. The Packers have a differential of +68, and the Detroit Lions have a differential of +76, right? So that just shows the thin margin of error. Now, I am somebody who believes that the way the Bears have been winning games, it feels like playoff-type football, and the way that you need to grind out wins in the playoffs. But I think I just say that to highlight this. We have not accomplished jack shit yet. And we're getting there, and we're proving it, and we're getting to the point of the place of being able to do that. And that's great. That's fine and dandy, right? When you look at the top 9 teams in the NFC, the Chicago Bears have the second worst point differential. Only second to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who technically have a negative 22-point differential despite having a 7-5 record. The Bears just, again, I say that to say that we have not seen the best of this team yet, because you tighten up some of the things that have been a problem for this team over over even our wins. That's where you start separating yourself even more. We had a big game against the Philadelphia Eagles, which did go a long way in proving to some people the proof of concept of what the Bears can be. Now we got to go out there and continually put in the work to get to that place and to stay where we are right now. Getting to this place has been a great journey, but keeping it is an even harder one. And that when you start having a target on your back. And that's what it comes down to with this game. And for what it's worth as well, like, we got comments from Ben Johnson and from Cole Kmet in regards to taking on the Green Bay Packers, which we're going to get into for in a minute. And there's a lot in that, right? But the thing that I do not want to do, and the thing that I do not want to necessarily support, is acting like we've already accomplished something. We've proven the concept. We've proven that Ben Johnson can come in here and he can lead men. We've proven that he can come in here and lead a team as well as call the offense, and we can get some solid production out of it. You look at where the Bears are ranked offensively, despite, the pass game things, and sometimes it's there. We've proven that getting the right players that fit Ben Johnson's system can get you there. We've proven that we have enough on the defensive side of the ball, even throughout injuries, to make some stops and to get plays done when we need it to the most. We've proven that turnovers can be an absolute part of our game plan, a part of our strength. We've proven a lot. But we haven't proven that we can make the playoffs yet. We haven't proven that we can hold on to the spot that we are in yet. And that comes with how you now operate and keep this up. It's been a cathartic rise for the Chicago Bears. It's been one that has felt great. It's felt bad. There have been some wins that don't necessarily feel the best. And like I say with every sport, you don't lose every game you're supposed to lose based off your play. I'm not talking about predictions coming into the game. Based off how you play in the game. You don't win every game that you should won based on how you played in the game, But the fact of the matter is how you tough it out. This Bears team has shown that they have a direction now. This Bears team has shown that they have a resolve about them. This Bears team has shown they refuse to go away. But now we got to still do it for another 5 weeks. That's over a month left in the season. And I've just seen some people already taking victory laps. And I just say this, let's pump our brakes a little bit. The victory lap is going to be there. If this team is who we believe them to be, that victory lap is going to be there. Let's chill a little bit. Let's get ready. Let's prepare. Let's lock in. And I do believe karma is a thing, right? Like let's just lock in a little bit. Because if this Bears team keeps up the momentum that they are in now, and we finish this season strong, not only have we silenced our doubters, not only have we proven the proof of concept, not only have we garnered a bit of success, not only will we end up being in the postseason if we do these things, but we've also set ourselves up to be better in the future. And that's what this whole reset was about. When we moved on from Justin Fields to Caleb Williams, and then moved on from Matt Eberflus to Ben Johnson, when we did those things, when we revamped the staff, that was to ultimately get to a place of being able to be not only relevant, but having a direction, having a path, having a vision, having a proof of concept. We are, I would say by many people's estimations, probably a year ahead of where a lot of people were the general consensus of where the Bears could be in this year is. And that's great. That's great. But we cannot start acting like we've accomplished anything yet because we haven't. Stay hungry. Stay humble to a degree as well, unless it comes to them fucking cheeseheads. But let's get it done. Let's go out here. Let's perform. Let's play. Let's win some football games. And this Bears team seems like it has the right mindset. And thus, like Lance Briggs said, listen, we're going to be able to flex on anyone. If we win the NFC North this year, much left the NFC, we're going to have a whole offseason of flexing. But with that comes a different level of expectation on how we need to come into next season, right? So be prepared for this. Because if the Bears do what many of us think they can do, the trials are only just started, right? We're the darlings now. We can go from the darlings to the hunted real quick, right? And so next season could be bear hunting season. And there are going to be a lot of teams that could be out to prove and humble the Chicago Bears. And that's why we got to continue to step on next this season. And that starts with the Green Bay Packers. Coming up this week with the Green Bay Packers. And Ben Johnson said this, it's a big week. We know how important the rivalry is. It's one of those that lives in NFL history. And there's no doubt about that. It absolutely lives in NFL history, how deep this rivalry goes. Hasn't been much of a rivalry in the last decade. It just has not been, admitting that, right? Now it's up to the Bears now that we are on the way up to continue to make this a rivalry and to show this. This is a big matchup for this team. It was always going to be a pivotal matchup. But when you look at it now and you look at the Bears and where they are in both their conference record and division record, this is a hugely important game for the Chicago Bears team to come in here and get stuff done. We are still 1-2 in the division. I want everybody to remember that. We are still only 1-2, only one win in the division as things stand right now. The Packers are 3-0. The Minnesota Vikings are 2-2. The Detroit Lions are 1-3, right? So these next 3 games that we have in the division, these final 3 games, I should say, that we have in the division, 2 with the Packers, 1 with the Detroit Lions, are going to be super important, not only to the standings, but also to prove, again, that where the Bears really are amongst their strongest competition. The NFC North is the deepest division in football, right? The Bears can drop from the 1 seed down to the 7 seed and the final spot in the NFC playoff standings with this week. That's what can happen this week. That's why I say and spent so much time at the beginning of the show talking about we ain't accomplished nothing. Because while we're 1 right now, and that's great and it feels good, we could fall all the way to 7th possibly this week with how things have gone. And so the matchup, Matt LaFleur, Ben Johnson, right? Like these things are going to be important in this matchup against the Chicago Bears. So we'll see. We shall see what this Bears team can do, but this matchup is hugely important, right? Ben Johnson didn't go to Washington. He didn't go to Seattle. He wanted the job here in Chicago. He wanted to stay in this division. He wanted this job. And while a lot of coaches say that after getting hired, there's something that feels so legitimate about Ben Johnson saying he wanted to be here. He understands what this rivalry means, and he understands how this matters to the fan base, right? And for that matter, Cole Kmet as well. Cole Kmet saying this, Both look like they're going to be very meaningful games for both teams going forward. Obviously, it gets you pumped up. That's a big rivalry here. You look across sports in general, this is a huge rivalry. It's a game that means a lot to a lot of people. I think Ben Johnson understood that coming in and taking this job. This does mean, I said it on yesterday's episode, there are some Bears fans that regardless of what the record says, regardless of where you are in the standings, regardless of what you do in the regular season, in the rest of the season, I should say, if you can't beat the Green Bay Packers, they will never be fully in on you. There are some people that feel that way about the coach. They feel that way about quarterbacks. They feel that way about the team overall. And, that is a leftover from how long this rivalry has been going on. So this is an important one. Now, the Bears need to come in here and take care of business because this is a football game. And that's what they're going to have to do against this Packers team. They're going to have to come in and play their best football. All the narratives, all that other stuff, that's all fine. It's all great and dandy. But they have to get it in and perform in this game against the Packers. I call this FGB week. We got 2 of these every single season. We could even meet the Packers in the playoffs potentially, right? Let's go out here. Let's get this win. Let's continue this forward progress that we've been making because this is a big week. And while I did predict the Chicago Bears to lose this first game against the Packers, make no mistake about it. I hope that they win. I hope that they dominate. I hope that they punch the Packers in their goddamn faces. Because this is a matchup that matters, and there's a lot on stake rather than just the rivalry. Again, proof of concept. The Bears are number 1 right now. We can be number 7 at the end of this week. We can be number 7 at the end of Sunday. So let's come in here. Let's take care of business. Let's perform like only that we can, and let's get this job done. This is an important game for the Bears. The first game after being number 1 in the North. The first game after being number 1 in the NFC. Let's go out here and prove what we can be in this league. Let's go out here and fight. Let's go out here and compete. Let's go out here and give total effort. And we'll see what the Bears are going to do. When they take the field, though, against the Green Bay Packers, which leads us into our last topic for today, the Bears have a number of players right now in the top 10 of fan voting for the Pro Bowl. And I want to talk a little bit about that. And we're starting on the offense. Caleb Williams right now ranks 7th. And while that doesn't necessarily put him in a great position to possibly make the Pro Bowl, I will say this. If he finishes strong over these last 5 weeks, he can be right there with anybody. DeAndre Swift, 10th in his position group. Rome Odunze, 10th in his position group as well. Colston Loveland, the rookie, 8th amongst tight ends in the NFC as far as fan voting. And it's, you know what is the thing about this and why I wanted to talk about this is because fan voting is huge in the sense that it means that the general NFL fan is also recognizing what the Chicago Bears are doing and how their players are performing, which I think is big there. Then you look at the offensive line, the revamped offensive line by the Chicago Bears that Ryan Poles spent a lot of money on. Darnell Wright, as far as offensive tackles, ranks 4th. Joe Tooney ranks 1st amongst guards. Jonah Jackson ranks 7th amongst guards. And Drew Dahlman, the light goes out, ranked 2nd in center Pro Bowl voting. Then you flip that and look at the defensive side of the ball. You got Montez Sweat coming in at 8th. Montez, who's had some really good weeks, starting off the season a little bit slow, is on pace now to finish around double-digit sack numbers, which would be huge for the Chicago Bears. He's getting 8th. Nashawn Wright, the cornerback, coming in at 2nd in Pro Bowl voting, which I think is majorly huge because how many general NFL fans know Nashawn Wright's name? Nashawn Wright has made himself a name with his performance and the takeaways and things that he's done this year. And shout out to Nashawn Wright because he's doing it in a Bears jersey. Kevin Byard, number 1 amongst free safeties. Jaquan Brisker, number 9 among safeties as well. That's really good, especially for Jaquan Brisker because we know Brisk is looking to get that contract by the Bears, and the Bears wanted to play it safe with his injury. Then on special teams, Devin Duvernay, 4th among kick returners. Josh Blackwell, 3rd among special teams players. Torrey Taylor, 8th amongst punters. And then you have Scott Daly, 3rd amongst long snappers. But the Bears are going to be seemingly well represented in Pro Bowl voting, and that's good. Now, the thing that's more important than Pro Bowl is All Pro. And we'll see how many Bears players that we can get listed as All Pro. But listen, this team, this season, whatever you want to call it, however you want to label it, however you want to look at it, this has been a season where for the Bears, it's been a revelation. And it's been a step. Now, I won't say a step anymore. It's been a gallop in the right direction for this Bears team. And it just goes to show how much when you clear out the cancer, this time the cancer was Matt Eberflus, when you clear out that cancer, you can start finding your path. You can start finding your direction. You can start being on the right place. And it seems like right now, the Chicago Bears are moving along. They're chugging along. They're getting to that place that we all want them to see. It's good to see the love from people like Pat McAfee. It's good to see that. But like I said before, I don't care shits about the national media. What I want to see with this one is the Bears continue to make steps in the right direction. The season ain't done. It's not even remotely done. We got 5 games left on the season. Let's go out here, put it all out there on the football field. Let's get some shit done, and let's go out here and win some football games. That's my thought. That's what I wanted to bring to you guys. I thank you guys so much, man. That wraps up for today's episode of Chicago Bears Central. This team just keeps rewriting the narratives that have been around them this season. With 5 games left, including the most important rivalry in all of football, everything is still in front of them and in their control. If you've enjoyed today's show, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel as well, hit that notification bell, drop a comment. Let me know how you guys are feeling about the confidence level going into this week against the Green Bay Packers. Make sure you guys are following us at Chi Bears Central. You can send us any feedback, questions, comments, concerns, chicagobearscentral@gmail.com. And then lastly, if you want to leave a text message and our voicemail for the mailbag, the number to do so, 773-242-9336. We are the number one spot for everything Chicago Bears related, but that is thanks to you, lovely and beautiful people. And like I like to end every episode on, Chi-Town up, Bear down, FGB. Love you guys. Peace, y'all.
This has been a presentation of the Break Media.